Good evening, and welcome to Elite Encounters. Tonight, we're going to continue on with the Psychic Promise campaign. But I have some exciting news from all of us here with Elite Encounters. I want to, once again, bring up the fact that we are now live on all of your podcast networks, minus Apple. We're having some technical difficulties with them getting everything together. But anywhere else that you can listen to podcasts or you get your podcast from, you can search under Soul Severed and start getting caught up. We are actively going to post 2 of those episodes a week until we get caught up, and then they're going to come out once a week as we release content. So we are super excited here to give you another platform that you can enjoy the show. This is super important to us because we do understand that 3 hours to sit down and watch a show is a huge time commitment, and we understand that sometimes it's easier just to throw a pair of earbuds in and go about your day, do your work, do your thing, and listen to all of us be goofy and tell a great story. But as we move forward, I want to recap. Oh, victory. I want to recap very quickly kind of where we are. As this show only happens once a month, it's really easy for you to kind of lose track of where we are. So, when we last left our Siswick and friends, they were standing in front of an exploded tree with the heart of the Wild Mother inside. And Philip had reached in and grabbed the heart. And in an exchange, Ren took the place of the heart and essentially sacrificed himself to be the good sacrifice in the tree, in the evil tree. He had some choice words for the entity that had a conversation with him before he ultimately sacrificed himself. And Marie and victory. All the victories. I don't know what that's coming from, but I'm scoring all the points. Marie and Meg were left standing at the tree. Philip had vanished, and Inferna and Siswick were pulled into an ethereal conversation with a benevolent or not so benevolent being. They have yet to decide what that relationship is. So.
Seems maleficent to me.
Maleficent?
I said maleficent, but thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right. Again, we are entering into the month of July, and I am going to extend the promotion that we did last Tuesday. If you go grab all your friends and pull them into the channel, we are going to do for the remainder of the month, if they come into the channel and they drop in and they say hello and they chat in the channel, we will give them 1 month a subscription to the channel for 1 month. So it's a great way to get people on board. They won't have to pay anything, and they'll get all of the benefits for being a subscriber to the channel. So this is our July campaign, and there are some other cool things that we are going to move forward to as we get close to our streamiversary that is in September. We are actively looking at some options at doing maybe a charity stream potentially that will benefit a local children's hospital in the area. We haven't finalized anything. We haven't got that far into the process, but we are looking at those kind of partnerships, and we are looking at doing a, how would we play this? Like a very long, grueling type of stream. I don't want to say like a 24-hour stream, but it will be something that's lengthy. And in doing so, we may have a myriad of seers, storytellers, DMs come and sit in the seat and tell part of a story for the players at B. So, I think that's all the housekeeping I got, unless you guys have anything. No?
No?
Okay, great. All right. We're going to continue on with Psychic Promise. Oh, we're doing the shuffle.
Just me have to move. All right, fine.
That's typical.
Is that good?
All right.
Move the microphone too.
Why would we do that?
How's that? Is that
Sounds
better?
great.
Good.
All right, here we go. Philip, when you picked up the heart of the Wild Mother, this ethereal heart that you were holding vanished into your body. And if you remember correctly, as I do, you gained some prowess from that. I believe now that you are higher level than everyone else in the group.
Indeed.
You find yourself being woken on a wooden floor in a cozy A-frame house. And there's a Scandinavian-looking one making breakfast with blonde hair and dark armor with gold. And she has really nice boots. Boots.
Boots.
Not chesticles. Okay.
Not chesticles.
Where
It's alright,
am
I
I?
can use what's on here for the moment. We'll figure it out.
The figure turns around, revealing itself to be
No, it's
Sonia.
not.
and she says,
Right, this
No,
isn't doomed
no.
or anything.
No.
"What would you like for breakfast?"
Yeah, I'll do it over here. Figure it out later.
Eggs would be nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And she goes off into the back of the house, and you see, or you're still laying on the floor, yes? So she goes off into the back of the house, and out you hear like a door, like a screened-in kind of door, like that proverbial never been oiled door as she pushes it open, and then it slams shut. Bang! As she kind of exits the house.
I'm sitting up now. That I'm
So
very confused. I'm not being rushed out the door. We don't have. Usually, when I see her at this, like, there's no time. We gotta go. Now it's just, what do you want for breakfast?
right. So as you sit up, you can see out the door that she walked at, and I need you to make me a perception check, please.
$17.
You definitely see in front of you the ash waste out her back door, like. So everything is kind of checking out that you.
I should be on my way out the door for another.
As you look around the room, you see Siswick laying on the floor, and you see Inferna laying on the floor, and you see Marie laying on the floor, and you see Meg laying on the floor, and you see a bedroll where Ren was sleeping, and it is empty.
So does that mean we did it?
And you hear the screen door, and then bang, and she's coming in with a basket.
And this,
It looks like it has eggs in it.
I'm gonna start waking people up.
Okay. Who do you wake up first?
Probably Siswick.
Here we go.
How do you wake me up?
I've just.
Why would you wake someone like that?
Well, because guess what? We're back in the cabin. We got to get going.
Where's Ren?
It's not here. But every time we wake up in this cabin, it's always the same thing. But not. She's making breakfast. Like, she actually cared.
Sizwick, make me a perception check, please.
She actually cared to ask me what I wanted for breakfast. Usually it's just eat this, we gotta go. So I needed help.
I only rolled a 7. I can't find my things on here, sorry.
You're good.
14.
14. You smell bacon.
I do love bacon, but I do have other things on my mind. Is no one else awake?
No, you're the first person to, other than me.
Infana. Sister.
I go over and, I was like, I go over and start shaking her too.
He reaches down to shake Ban, my eyes open.
Never mind.
Where's the bacon at? I'm going to go...
You hear it cooking.
Where's the
Okay.
bacon at?
Where's the bacon?
Is there anything that looks aromatic that I can grab around? Something
there's-
food-wise?
There's an orange.
Right. Grab an orange, pull the peel and waft it under Meg's nose.
Meg, make me a perception check. +5.
$30.
30. You know that orange is from the area outside of Emberfell. You've only had an orange like this maybe 1 or 2 times in your entire life, and you know by just the smell of the rind being ripped open that orange is in its prime.
I thought that might wake you up. You like it?
I smell bacon too.
Oh, yes, you
She's
do.
like, that orange.
I'll eat it later.
No,
it's
food
okay.
is food.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta preserve it. So I'm just gonna stuff it in my coat and be like, all right, let's go to the bacon now.
Let's go to
I
the
believe
bacon.
it's still cooking. I was going to grab a piece of it and waft it under your nose to wake you, but...
Oh. In due time.
It's still cooking. I didn't want to touch it.
Okay, now that everybody's awake, back to the original.
Maria, are you awake?
Maria,
Nope.
wake-
Oh. Doing roguey stuff. I didn't.
Marie's not people.
Since when is sleeping roguey stuff?
Very
Do only rogues sleep?
quiet and unassuming.
Quiet and unassuming. I mean, sure.
Well, then I'll go wake Marie up.
Okay.
Can I borrow that orange?
Can I get some of your bacon in exchange for this orange?
Bacon. I take the orange and I throw it at Marie.
Marie, would you like to try and catch the orange?
Yeah.
Athletics check, please.
My bad, I didn't know he was gonna do that.
Blow!
That's a... I don't know. What's 6 plus 7? 16 plus 7.
16 plus
20.
7 or...
23.
3.
Yes.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, you kind of... He throws it and you go...
I finished peeling it and eat it.
Okay.
Just
It's-
so we're clear, if anybody is gonna rush us out of here, I'm going to fight them.
It's
'cause
delicious.
We can't go.
It is delicious. It's the best orange I've ever had. What are we doing?
Resting.
For once.
We just woke up.
But how do we get Ren back?
Let's worry about that after we eat, because we can't
Oh, I did
find Ren with
Wow.
empty stomachs.
I
He
did
wouldn't
eat.
want us to do that. The rest of us haven't. I had like this much bacon. That's horrifying. I need a meal.
Does anybody
And
remember
for-
what actually happened?
Inferno, you're
Vibrance.
pretty beat up last I remember correctly.
Yes.
Sonia comes over and she leans down and she reaches her hand out to you and it starts glowing kind of yellow and she says, may I?
Sure.
And she reaches down and lays her hand on your shoulder, and you feel the heat of magic move through your body as it begins to just kind of stitch you closed. And whatever wounds that you had suffered are gone. And she looks around, and if there's anyone else that has been injured in any way, she will offer, as she stands there with her hand glowing, for anyone. So she will go to each of you, and she will lay her hands upon you, and she will close the wounds that you suffer.
That's a little different than what I can do.
I was so hungry I forgot about my wounds.
Well, at least they're taken care of now.
Not all, she says, not all wounds are surface wounds.
No, they're
Child.
not.
I know that.
I go look through, see if anything of Ren's is over there.
You see his jacket laying on the bedroll that was there, and you see a notebook that you know was Ren's notebook that he liked to take notes in and things that he was investigating or looking into. You see those things there. And you see the pen and quill and ink pot that he used to take those said notes, sitting with the pen submerged in a still wet inkwell.
That's not him. Never mind. I pack away his things to take with us.
Okay.
He's going to want these back.
There's a stopper there. You can stop the inkwell so it doesn't dry out and things like that. So all the things you would need to take it with you are there. And Sonia brings you on a very hot rock the eggs and the bacon and the sausage and all that stuff that has been cooked together on this rock. She brings it to you in the family room and puts out this small little table in front of you and sets this rock down as you guys are milling about with the remainder of the eggs and the bacon and the sausage and stuff for you to have.
So, what's next?
I don't know.
I need to figure out how to get Ren.
We replace him in the tree with something else.
Which one, the princess or the queen?
We just have to figure that out.
So we have to find the princess. Which means we have to go to the tower.
We ain't gonna do that here.
Nope. I barely pick at the food, but I do eat something.
Whatever she leaves, I kind of just
I
take and hide away.
I act like I don't even notice.
Yeah. So Sonia is kind of just meddling in the kitchen. Not that she's actively eavesdropping in your conversation, but the A-frame house is just like it sounds. It's just a solid floor, like it's just one giant room with the kitchen at one end and the entrance you came in, and then there's an exit at the far end, and you have like a living space in between.
There's no way she can't hear us.
Correct. And she says, well, you have passed all of my trials, so I am confident that you will make it to the tower safe.
Thank God.
I truly am sorry about your friend Ren.
So do you work for this
He knew what he was doing.
chick that's been
What chick?
fucking with my sister?
I don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about. Well, if you guys are going to head out, if you'll gather around, I will bless you for your travels if you'd like.
Perfect.
She, she,
I'm small. Pick me up.
He wants upsies.
upsy. So she will come into the little living area there, and she pulls her hair back into kind of like a small little ponytail, and she reaches up on the wall, and there is a steel shield with a set of wings on the shield, and she pulls it down, and she sets the shield with the base on the floor, and she mutters a prayer under her breath. And as the prayer completes, the shield glows this radiant gold color, and you all feel the effects of bless. And she says that this will last until the sun goes down.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. But you better be on your way.
Oh, there it is.
And what does bless give us, by the way?
A +1 to your hit and saving throws.
All right. Does that include spell attacks?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, well,
I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna go to one of the damaged houses and get a piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And create like a little backpack stand for the gnome in case he needs to rest.
Okay.
Or you know,
Who's the last one to leave the house?
I would be the first. So.
Bree?
I'll be the last.
Okay. As you are about to walk out of the house, she says, this came for you all. And she hands you a folded missive with a stamp on the back of a magnifying glass. It's what's in the wax that's sealing the letter shut.
I open it.
And in handwriting that I'm not sure that you understand or have seen, but it says, take care of yourselves and all will be lost only if you give up hope. And then there's a very calligraphy looking R on the bottom right hand of the letter.
I give it to everybody else.
Do you all open it individually? Does someone open it collectively?
I'll open it and hold it out for them to see as well.
It says, take care of yourselves and all will be lost only when you give up hope. And there's a big R in a calligraphy style on the bottom right hand of the missive.
Each one of us has one.
It's one letter addressed to Siswick and friends, and that's what's on the letter.
Is this Ren's handwriting?
Make me a perception check.
12.
If you were going to bet money, you would feel confident that you would win.
You can always match it to his journal that he kept.
Yes, I can. So, when did he write this? Where did you get this?
She handed it to me on the way out of the house.
She's like, I had it in my back pocket.
When would he have written this?
It had to be after he sacrificed himself. There's no way he knew he was going to sacrifice himself
How
and
would
not
he-
be here to help us.
How would he have written it with being dead?
Philip, make me a perception check, sir.
Maybe he's not actually dead.
maybe him being the guy he is, he planned for this. 30.
30. Are you riding on the back of?
Not yet.
Okay. So you're having this conversation, and you just kind of hear, bzz, 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 and you're just kind of like wafting like bugs away, and you've kind of knowing that you've seen the ash waste through the house. The sun feels more real. Like you've spent all this time here in what you guys would consider to be in a dream or locked in this cycle to do these tests, right?
We've walked through this so many times.
And you've walked through this, however many times. The sun feels warm. There's bugs. You smell the smell
life.
of the wasteland. It's nasty smelling, but it's a smell that it makes you feel like this is real.
It sucks, but it's nice. We don't have to go through those trials again. We don't have to watch each other deal with that. Yeah, this is ass, but I'll take this over that any day.
All right, who's going to lead the walk through the ash waste to the tower?
Before we fully take off, I go and all the things of Ren's that I packed up, and of course I place them in my bag, which is always on my sister's bag. So
See?
Okay.
the only thing I really carry is my loot. So
Well, it's on one shoulder. He's short and slow, okay? Shut up.
You have no idea.
it's because you're higher level now.
Even before.
All right, well, shall we? Tower awaits. So does the princess.
All right. Can we see the tower from
You
here?
can.
All right. I'm leaving
It's
the bike.
clearly like on the other side of some dead-looking trees. You can see it. You can't obviously see the whole structure, but you can see the top of it.
Right.
So yeah, for sure.
I start off and go that way.
Great. Make me a survival check as you head out into the waste. Add 10 to your check, please.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
As you step foot on the other side of Sonia's A-frame dilapidated home, the stories that you have told yourself over the last however long you have been in this cycle of the trials that you had to endure in order to make it to this tower are every bit as frightening as you imagined them to be. Just beyond the area that Sonia kind of tends and kind of keeps as her area, you see a massive dead-looking tree. Not quite as massive as the tree of life or the tree of death that you have run into, but you see a massive tree. In the bark of this massive tree, you see a silhouette of what looks to be a humanoid figure. And as you stop and look in this grove of trees, you see silhouettes of figures that are like this, silhouettes of people that are running, silhouettes of people that are crouched down, and you just see these burnt trees with spots that are not burnt in the shape of humanoid figures on the trees.
Trial failures, perhaps?
Huh?
Perhaps those are trial failures?
Maybe.
Or leftovers from whatever made the ash wasteland.
Maybe. But you see these figures as you walk through. There are children-sized figures. There are figures that look like maybe a cart or a house was there at one point in time, and you just see, to put it into terms that you would understand, as if an atomic bomb or a bomb has exploded. Those figures or those things blocked the blast from hitting the tree, but they took the brunt of whatever that was. So it's kind of a sombering feeling as you walk through. Your feet are making the on this ground that doesn't seem to be wet, but there's moisture residing underneath, because as the ash and stuff had fallen on the ground, it doesn't really let the sun through to dry it up. So it's kind of like a mushy marsh as you walk. But there are clear paths and clear roads where like carts and stuff would travel from place to place. There's no stonework for roads, but there are ruts where something has traveled in that direction. So what do you do?
I'm heading towards the tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tracking on. We have a goal.
Okay.
Keeping a lookout, moving towards the tower, watching for danger.
Whoever's watching for danger, I need perceptions, please.
Well, not really.
Not really.
No.
Natural 20.
I'm-
Look at you.
I rolled a 19.
There you
It's
go.
all right.
6.
She can have the opposite of what I have.
My goodness.
Natural one.
Oh, bam, bam, bam.
I'm lost in thought, okay?
I'm fucking with the bugs. Or the bugs are fucking with me, however you want to.
All right. So as you look through, Inferno, you are clearly on it today.
Yes.
And you are so motivated to get the hell out of Sonia's little A-frame house and get out of this area that you are like a hawk, and you are just like, did you see that thing move? Check out that stuff over there. This thing looks weird. That's weird. Let's, you know, and you were just kind of like ADHD on a path.
If it comes closer, I smash it.
Obviously, my sister has this. That's why I'm not paying attention. It's fine.
Right?
Smells good.
We're
I'll
on
try to eat
a
it.
mission.
You are on a mission.
Yes, we are.
With your survival check that you had earlier, you know it's going to be about a day, maybe a day and a half's travel at the muck kind of speed that you can move through here. It's not terribly far, but it's just far enough to kind of be annoying and make you have to stop and rest.
Yep.
Exactly.
Stupid bugs.
Hope you all brought your deet.
We'll have to start throwing food out because they won't leave me alone.
That's right. Okay. So as you are pressing your way through, you find a nice clearing spot. Inferno, I'm not even going to ask you to roll again because it's going to be natural 20. You're going to ruin my story. So as you press your way through, you find a natural kind of clearing where there looks to be some brickwork on the ground, where maybe this contained a building at one point in time. Maybe it was a bricked over well or something, but it's really pretty good size. Your whole little cart and horse that you have, and your whole like little tent camp setup, you could put it there and it would be pretty secure for the evening. However, it is very obvious that this is where people stop because it's got solid ground. It's so you kind of have a double-edged sword here. You can stop where probably most people stop, and if you're gonna be, if I was a bandit and I was in the area, I would probably
Done with those.
Stupid bugs.
Prestidigitation, citronella. I'm going to keep them away. They need to shoot.
As
All right, I'll take care of this with my gun. And I'll
I think
start
you made it
loading
mad.
They said no.
as for the
No- no
bandits,
bugs.
let them come.
All right.
Either that, I'll ring fire around me and they can all burn. I mean, that works too. But
You're talking about the bandits or the
insects.
bugs?
Insects. I was talking about the bugs, the insects. Then again, I'd probably set bandits on fire too if they came after us. I do like fire.
So what do we
kind of
do?
in
Do
our
we
nature.
stay on the?
What time of day is it? Is it time to be stopping?
It's yeah,
Time to-
yeah. With her horrible
I got two
rolling over
natural
there.
20s in a row. I mean,
She pretty much made you. Oh, we'll go on the backside of this because look, there's something over there, and we'll just scoot this and go here, and bam, here we are, and now the sun's going down.
Because we're blessed, sir.
It's not you, it's Sonia.
Well, we were. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
well,
sure, okay.
I'm gonna start
So
praying
rolled
to
those nat
Sonia.
20s. For sure.
Add her to the list, huh?
All right.
Well,
So
Are
you
we
all
stopping?
decide.
are we stopping or continuing on?
We're stopping. The
Yeah, we're
sun's
stopping.
going down. We'll put up watches.
Who's taking?
First sleep me.
Who's taking? Who's taking all the sleep? I need to know a couple things. Who's taking watch first? Who's cooking? And who's pairing up to do watches? So who's on first watch?
I'll go on first watch. Because if I cook, I'll eat it. So,
Who's gonna take watch with Meg, or are you gonna let Meg watch
I'll-
alone?
I'll watch with Meg.
Okay, who cooks?
Fuck, I'll cook.
Philip cooks. All right. I need you to roll me a crafting check, Philip.
God, hold on, do I have? Before I
Probably
volunteer,
not.
You should probably check your crafting.
Um,
Have it?
you guys shouldn't have let me cook. I'll tell you that right
Probably
now.
not.
That's what mine is.
Oh,
You would be the best to cook.
15.
15. For a man that says he doesn't know how to cook.
I rolled a 14.
Well, that. Hey, that
just got
15 is
lucky.
still good.
I just got lucky.
Philip takes the supplies you have on the camp, on the cart, and
And
he
makes the most delicious dinner in the most unconventional
so-
of ways.
So, as terrible as he thinks it's going to be, he's like, oh my god, I don't even know what we're doing here, what's happening. And then when he scoops this stuff into the bowl, it's like, you want to just look at him and call him a liar because it smells great and it sits well and it's fantastic. For a meal on the road, it's great.
meanwhile, I'm in the back, like, silently praying to Sonya now. Because, like, delicious food. And this happening,
Right?
starting to wonder if she's a god.
Oh, schnappity.
I will take her some food.
Who?
Pat, she's got a
Meg.
food
Meg?
nose.
Okay. All right. Meg and Siswick. I
Yes.
need you guys to make perception checks.
I'm horrible at
I will
these.
give you
Who's
an
going on
option.
second watch with me?
You can choose to make perception checks separately,
I
Wait,
mean, I will. I was planning on
or
third.
I will let one of you aid the other.
You two can take second, and I'll take third by myself.
that one.
What's your perception?
Not great.
not much better than mine. We'll just do them separately
Okay.
as well. Better chance, right? Not really. I'm horrible at this, I told you.
16.
There we go.
9.
There we go.
9.
9, you say.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You guys set out. Meg you're finishing your meal, and the fire is burning. Everyone else has kind of settled down, and the sun is not quite all the way gone. So you guys don't have quite the same hindrances that everyone else will as they progress through the evening. But through the dancing of the fire and the flickering, you can kind of like see the halogenic eyes of like cats or something in the horizon, looking and their eyes dancing off the fire, the light of the fire. So you can see that there are things kind of checking you out, like what in the hell, what are you doing over here? What's over there?
How far are they?
Probably 120 feet.
always wanted to be a snack, not like this.
Should we be worried about those eyes?
She's pointing out things, and you're
What eyes?
you're staring at the embers in the fire.
You can't see that behind the fire? There's some kind of animal, a bunch of them, behind this fire. Not close, but...
Roll me perception now that she's pointed out to you.
10.
Yeah, she's probably making this up.
Can I aid her now? Like,
No.
aid the perception?
You are aiding her by pointing out.
Hey, just grab her head.
Yeah, just look, it's
Perhaps
right...
you're just seeing something reflecting. It's probably fine. Besides, if they were going to attack, wouldn't they already be over here?
Maybe they're sizing us up, seeing how many of us are here. They could be smart type of animals, strategize.
Maybe.
Well, if they're smart, they won't attack.
And
Oh.
Can I
Hand roll initiative.
put an intimidate out there? Just a general kind of stand up and let some fire dance along my fingers and.
sure.
figure out.
You don't really hear or see any kind of reaction, but you can absolutely
I
do
can't
that.
see them anyway.
Right, correct.
But I'll throw an intimidation.
Roll it.
25.
Okay.
So you can be intimidating, but you can't see shit.
Yeah, you feel like if there were things out there, they probably don't want to come mess with you, but you're still just not sure that there was ever anything there. So, you guys transition through your watch, and you go and wake up your relief. Who's next?
Us too.
Okay.
I go shake Philip really hard. Wake up!
Watch out for the big yellow eyes in the distance.
I'll give you that one.
It's not
I
a very
see the
nice
error
way
of
to
my
wake people
ways.
up, is it?
And I walk off.
Thank you. It's your turn.
All right. Same deal. One of you can aid the other, or you both can roll individually.
I'll aid you. Your perception's way better.
18.
2 from her.
20.
All right. So as you are sitting watching the camp, you kind of have your feet up on a log, and you guys are taking your watch. Philip, as you are looking out, you kind of see a couple of the halogenic kind of eyes, like you see with a cat. They're very far away. They look like they're just maybe critters that are just walking by and happen to be looking, and the light just happens to catch them just right. But the thing that you find yourself fixated on is there's just like a momentary like flash, like light hitting polished metal, and then it kind of goes away, and then you're kind of like, did you see that? And you kind of elbow Marie, and Marie's like, yeah, like that thing, and then it doesn't happen, and then it happens over here, and then it happens over there, but it's still very far away, like 100 and some odd feet away.
But if it's happening everywhere,
Still a cause for concern.
people?
So I will definitely keep her aware of it, and I will, at this point, probably need to wake the others up. I don't know. Like, they're far off, but...
Please don't wake us up the way you did the first time.
No, I'm not. I learned my lesson. I've been taught the error of my ways. That's not going to happen.
Damn, I don't know.
We have to. Yeah. I don't care if they're mad or not. I'm going to wake them up and at least make everybody aware
Okay.
that we are not alone. I'm not sure if it is an imminent danger, but it is something that we need to be aware of.
It's
Great.
more than just animals.
So as you wake everyone up, Philip has woken all of you and told you that as they are on watch, he sees.
I wake Sizzuk up the same way, but with my staff this time.
Oh, so we're going to be playing this game, are we? Just so you know, I always win.
Like kind of just wake up like, damn it, I knew I should have worried about those eyes. Kind of get both guns ready.
You saw?
She said she saw.
She said she
I
saw
said that on my
Oh.
way in. Was nobody paying
the
attention to
animal
what I said?
Phil-
Oh,
Philip.
the animal eyes, the animal.
Philip.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see anything shiny other than the eyes.
21?
As Meg pulls out her revolver and the light from the fire hits the revolver, you see a sparkle
That's
on the ground.
No, we have to prepare. I just saw light shining off your gun.
It's my sister.
I'm seeing the same thing in the
Yeah.
distance.
Good.
That can't be good.
All right.
I'm
Whoever it
listening.
is
What are you
is going to
saying? I'm
regret
going on
making me
this
wake
side of the fire and looking out to see what I can see.
So on the far side of the fire?
It's a
Yeah,
looking
I'm
through the
basically
fire.
silhouetted by the fire.
Sure. Yeah. No more nat 20s for you.
We'll see. It's not a nat 20. I got a 19.
19. As you are standing there, your ears pick up the sound of ever so slightly the sound of a person or people or multiple people walking in armor.
I'm too low to the ground. I would've
Some
never heard
sound
that.
like metal armor. Some sound like leather armor.
What race are you again?
Human.
You can hear leather armor at 150 feet away. What are you talking about?
Do you not understand that it creaks in a certain way?
And
They're
that's
not very good
probably
at
a
this.
whole
They're not
bunch
very
of
good at
them.
their jobs then, aren't they?
They failed their stealth check.
I mean, do
All
they
right,
even
well,
know
we're
we're here?
closer?
They think they're quiet. Just sounds like a bunch of tickles being rubbed together in the trees.
Are they coming closer, sister?
Hold on. Can I determine about how many there are?
You can tell that there's probably 3 sets of metal armor and maybe 1. Or maybe it's 6 pieces of metal armor. Or maybe, is that 2?
It just keeps moving and changing.
Or and it's not, they're not walking together. You hear it over here, and then you hear it here, and then you hear it over here. But it all sounds like people walking in armor. Yeah.
You ready? Mm-hmm. They're anywhere up to 4 to 6 people. Possibly more.
I'm gonna grab my maul and I'm stealthing.
Okay. Said no one ever. I'm gonna grab my maul and
Says Marie. That's how she goes. All right.
I didn't even pick up on that.
I'm going to grab
This is
my.
totally normal for us. I didn't even.
I know I'm not going to be able to track her once she takes off, but do I at least see a direction she kind of goes, please?
yeah.
I'm going to grab
Okay.
my battle axe and prepare to heal.
Sister,
Said no one ever.
grabbing a rock off the ground. What direction would you like to see in? Over there?
Straight up.
That works. Light. I'm going to toss it that way.
Okay. How far do you throw it? Make me an athletics check.
Well, now they know that we know that they're here.
Because they didn't know that when we woke everybody up.
And we do have a fire burning.
Hey, Overwatch.
But now they know that we know that
Give me
they're
some
there. Not.
soldiers walking.
Athletics, or would you?
Athletics.
I'm not quite sure that they're
3?
coming
3.
towards us.
So you throw this stone, and
They're
it doesn't.
everywhere.
They're 100 feet away.
These could just be ghosts.
You throw it. Your radius is what?
20 feet.
20 feet.
20-foot radius.
So you throw it in between wherever you want it. I'll let you with a 3. I'll let you put it wherever you want. I don't care, to be honest.
She just said that way, so,
So-
I'm throwing it that way.
Okay. How far are you trying to throw it? You trying to throw it like where she hears it?
Yeah. Can you get it about, estimate
About 80 feet.
80 feet that way?
Probably not, but I could
But I'll let you do it. Little magic. Yeah. Roll Arcana. How about
a little
that?
bit of telekinetic
There you go.
projectile.
There you go.
Arcana 1.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you go, don't worry, I got this. And it falls on the ground at your feet, and you go, hold on. Just kidding. And then you pick it up,
here.
and you give it to your sister, and she throws it.
Un momento on walking.
You're good.
I mean, that's what I said. Telekinetic projectile. I could just send it that way.
Yeah, but you don't want to use your spells, do you?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, fine.
can use
Send
it
it,
as much
send
as I
it that way.
want. It only goes 30 feet with that, but if she took it, she took it.
The verbal heat.
Verbal yeet.
All right. As the light pebble flies through the air, you see a radius of 20 feet around this light pebble leave from where your dim lit from the fire is and cascade across this darkness. Kind of like a mobile light unit, just throwing a ball of light across until it lands on the ground. And then you see kind of, boop, a little bubble of light kind of appear.
Aliens aren't real, bards are assholes.
As you
Accurate.
look out, Marie, did you go that direction that they threw the pebble? Or where are you trying to move to?
Just over, like, probably in the trees, but in the darkness, just...
Okay. As you are standing against these trees for cover and being hidden, you see the light globe kind of bloop and land on the ground. As you guys look out into this globe, you see a very ethereal-looking figure move across. And then behind him you see rows of ethereal-looking figures move across. And then rows of ethereal-looking figures move across.
Still in the outer space.
Maria.
And they march into the distance. And
Maria,
then you
come
see
back.
them just kind of vanish into nothing. And then as you kind of look and focus, you hear the sound to your left. It sounds like soldiers marching. Chum, chum, chum. And then they vanish into a tree. And then you see soldiers marching, and you hear them marching to the right. And they kind of go off into the distance where there's a ruined pillar, and they just kind of vanish behind the ruined pillar.
Can we all see that?
Yep.
All right, we got to get the hell out of here. This place is... I expected it to be haunted.
No, that just means that we can go to sleep now.
Just
Okay, well,
relax.
I may need some, like, emotional support breadstick. I don't know. Anybody got that?
Emotional support breadstick.
Yeah.
You cannot bring your pet breadstick into this, but your emotional support breadstick is absolutely allowed.
I'm pretty sure
Exactly.
that I've swiped multiple things of food for her before. I'll go get into my sister's bag, which is where
She's
all my
checking
things
for
are,
breadstick.
and I'll see if I think I swiped bread from Sonia's when we first started our trial.
Yep.
So I'll pull that out.
Now
It's
just have your
still
sister
good,
squeeze
right?
it into a
Do you
tube.
put
in
it
your
in its emotional support stroller?
No, it was wrapped up in a handkerchief, so at least it's wrapped up like a baby, and I hand it to her.
Oh, thank
that's
you.
cute.
And then I just roll it down and I bite a huge chunk off.
All right. Now that you've been officially fed by your emotional support breadstick,
No, she has her emotional support Sizwick that feeds her. How about that?
Yeah, that'd probably be more
that's a lot of
accurate.
responsibility. I don't know that I would put that upon yourself. This is
Yeah,
a long
that's
campaign.
scary.
Okay,
This is true.
so
I mean, everywhere
everybody
we go, I
has
still eat
decided:
food.
are we
Why not?
staying up or are we going to bed?
Oh, I want to sleep.
So I'm going to bed now. I'm
Inferna, I believe, are you taking the last watch alone?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me perception, please.
25.
So, quietly, through the rest of the evening, you hear the sounds of soldiers walking. You hear the sounds of armor moving. You see the light reflecting off what you would think to be metal weaponry. It's eerie at first, But as the evening presses on, it becomes kind of
Calming.
comforting and calming that you're not alone in this endeavor.
Yeah.
And as you kind of have come to grips with the fact that there is an army of unknown size, who knows how large this army was, or it could have been the same army over and over again, you don't know. But as you've come to grips with the reality that these souls are probably trapped here in this area, you look off to the east and you see the sun kind of slowly starting to burn the mist away as it raises above the horizon. And you know that you should probably start waking everyone up and maybe have Philip cook again, maybe have someone else cook, or maybe we're just going to do travel rations this morning.
Well, we all need a good meal.
Oh. Putting their faith in my hands again, boys. I haven't told anybody I'm ass at cooking.
We believe in you.
Couple
But
of
they're about
taps
to-
on
That's
everyone.
a 20.
Oh,
Is that a natural 20?
No, it's a 19.
Oh, you
Good
got
enough
20
for me,
total.
okay?
all right.
That's better than yesterday.
So just when you
I
thought
can't even
Philip,
explain this anymore.
just when you thought Philip had used all of his ingredients from yesterday, he pulls out this pouch of things that he's like, I was kind of saving this stuff for a rainy day, but I think, maple trail rations mixed with whatever this is and whatever that is sounds delicious this morning. And he whips up the most wonderful breakfast that you guys have. It's very filling. As a matter of fact, between now and the rest of lunch, whenever you stop for lunch or even to dinner, you are not going to be hungry. And it has got a base of some kind of bread, wherever he found bread. But it's
Leftover some
fantastic. Barnabas would be jealous. I don't know who that is, but Barnabas would be jealous that no fighting had taken place in both cooking escapades.
Now you're just poking fun now.
That's what I
So
do.
that makes Philip the official chef
It
of
was
our
the emotional support breadstick that was the.
I don't know if you have skills in crafting, cooking, but
Nope.
they've just named you the official cook of the party, so don't let them down.
Nope.
Perhaps you look into investing in some skill.
Oh, this will be
He's gonna-
something that I change now that you guys expect it from me. I will slowly be teaching myself how to cook on the sidelines.
He's like,
I mean, I don't know if they do, but I do.
He's like, that was great. Oh, hold on, shit.
they're gonna
Wait, what did I
build.
put in there
Perhaps
again?
Start
write
taking
down your
notes.
recipe.
That sounds yeah, right.
Write down your recipe.
Maple ration
Yeah.
question. Maple ration mystery bar.
Yeah.
All right, I'm writing that down just so I can make requests in the future.
Oh,
Mr. Overwatch has named that Maple Ration Mystery Bar.
Yep.
What are you naming the Maple Ration Mystery Bar there, Overwatch?
Mud.
Mud.
That's works.
So now we have the Mud Bar.
It's the mud bar.
You
It
know
looks
what?
like mud.
I
Tastes like heaven.
will eat it regardless of what it's called.
Okay. So you all are served up a fashionable mud bar. Looks
Maple
like
ration
mud.
mystery bar, undecided. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Looks like
the
mud.
first part is the
And when Philip hands it to you, he says, "I know it looks like mud, but it tastes like heaven." And he hands it to you.
Or Celestia or whatever.
Yeah. Where Stonia lives, if you ask Meg. All right. So you guys
looks so
can't
questionable, but tastes so good.
right,
Welcome to a bard's life.
right. You get yourself packed up. You get yourself your stuff all stored away.
Odds, you know.
Philip, you have you have another round of mud bars that you've made from breakfast, and the
Wrapped
way
and ready
the
to
batter
go.
had all come together. You have mud bars for lunch and or / dinner. Okay,
I brought snacks.
or until Meg finds them. Then
Yeah. That's a definite risk.
accurate.
all right. As you head off toward the tower, you put yourself in line with the tower, so it's kind of walking. You're kind of walking in front of it. Inferno, you realize that as the sun comes up, it's kind of cresting along the side of the tower as it rises. And as you approach, you see this tower is probably a ruin of a much larger building that was in this area at one point in time. It may be the remnants of a rampart or a fortification or a castle even, but it's one tower. Looks to be the only thing that's left.
Okay.
As you approach, you walk out of this silhouette of a forest, a silhouetted forest where all of the figures have been burned into the trees. And it's like there's a definitive line that you kind of step out of this tree line into. It looks like that nature may be trying to reclaim this area. There's some trees that are kind of growing. There's this thick moss type covering the ground.
Can I go lay in it?
Roll me a perception, Mr.
31.
It's definitely natural, but it's not native here. So you have a couple of options. It's either
Keep them away from me.
someone has brought it here to try to revitalize the area,
I like
or magic has brought it here.
I like the former.
It's very real.
It is very
Like,
real.
It is
But
very
it's
real.
also very wrong, and now it raises some questions. But with everything else that's been going on around here, it's probably magical moss.
Is that like the field of poppies in The Wizard of Oz? You run through it and get tired?
I mean, let's not put anything past anything.
All right. So as you come into
I will
eye
make
shot,
everybody aware that it is amiss.
sure. As you come into eye shot of this tower, there are big tapestries or banners that are hanging on the outside of this tower, and they have a symbol on them. Does anyone want to try to perceive the symbol from a distance, or are you going to wait till you get close to figure it out?
I want to perceive it before we get closer.
Great.
Can I see it yet?
I only got a
20.
12.
There
We
we
doing
go.
perception or
Perception.
Oh,
Perception.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Give me back my net.
Yes.
Send them back to
Well,
Inferno.
shit. Now I want to try. Hold on. That's cocked on a flat surface. I'm not even sure how.
I thought we were actually already seeing them and rolling for knowledge. It would
Okay.
have been better.
No.
So,
I'm trying to see what we're walking into.
Nat 20 over here. That is the symbol that you saw burned into those boxes of the cartel. And it is up on this tower.
Oh,
Goody.
You know that that is the symbol for the Cinder Cartel.
So it kind of makes me curious. Like, what if there was some kind of war that happened here? If this is their cartel, what if they got attacked? And that's why.
Do you share that knowledge with everybody?
Yeah.
Who wants society roles?
I'll take that.
Nope.
I'll try it. Fuck, I've done better with
Cooking.
nothing. So 19.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to roll my sister anymore.
Okay.
17.
17.
Gotta shake the knowledge out.
11.
11. Meg, did you roll?
I did, but it's not high enough for me to know anything.
Once again, Philip with the.
I really don't.
Okay. For not being, Are you not trained in society?
No, society I am trained in.
Okay, so you know the Cinder Cartel, and if whoever's in charge of taking notes, this would be your moment. You know that the Cinder Cartel
I guess.
is comprised of 3 groups. I know we have shared some of this information before, but as you are approaching, Philip, this information just kind of, oh yeah, that group. And then this is where this is kind of coming from.
Those guys.
The Cinder Cartel is made up of the Sunstone Cultist, the Obsidian Choir, and the Daughters of the Burning Sun. Those 3 factions make up the Cinder Cartel.
Okay.
If you would like information on them individually, you all can roll individually for each one. However you would like to do it.
Sorry, I'm looking at these.
I know
Sod.
I'd done my knowledge on the Cinder Cartel before, but I didn't know that I could do one on each of
Go for
those
it.
factions.
Yep.
So,
So let's do Sunstone Cultist. If you're going to roll now.
would you like Bardic or would you like
You can do Bardic, that's fine.
Society?
I would like
or-
Society if you have it. If you have Bardic, if you have something like Underworld lore or something like that, I'll take
Mercenary?
that. Huh? Mercenary, I'll take that.
I have 15.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Skill up, Philip.
That's an 18.
Okay. Well, you're
Well-
killing it.
On each one, or are we starting with
Starting with the Sunstone Cultist, and give me whichever one you're going to roll. Okay. 17?
Bardic?
Okay. Meg, did you roll?
I did not.
Okay.
I got an 8.
An 8. Solid for you. Someone stole your nat 20s and it's done screwed you up.
Well, it's also about knowledge, so.
Okay. We're going to start with Bardic because these are the stories. The stories of the Sunstone Cultist is that they're fanatical worshippers of the Emberfell Sunstone. Remember, this is actually a thing. The Sunstone is the cornerstone piece of the sundial that exists in the middle of Emberfell. They see the cartel as a whole as a necessity and a tool to seize what they believe to be an artifact that will control the very sun itself, which is the Emberfell Sunstone. All right, society rolls. Should be everybody else, right?
Unless you will take lore warfare.
I did Underworld.
Underworld.
I did mercenary.
There are 2 groups that exist inside the Sunstone Cultist. There are the Burning Zealots and the Radiant Order. There is tensions that exist between these 2. The Zealots are more aggressive in their tactics, and the Radiant Order are more diplomatic in their way to handle processes. You know that inside of this order, there is some internal conflict going on between these 2 groups. All right, society. You have, they wear golden robes and ornate masks resembling the sun. They appear almost regal in their fanaticism, and they carry amulets shaped like the sun that they use or believe channel the very energy of the sun when they attack and they defend. So,
May I also roll a society?
you
as
sure
well?
can. I'm assuming all this information will we'll be sharing around. But if you want to roll,
9.
okay,
As much as my little
Society.
fingers possibly can.
great. Anything else before we move on to the next one? Nope. Next, the Obsidian Choir.
That would be a 12 Bartic, but 21 Society.
Okay.
11.
I rolled a nat 20 on Underworld.
Yes.
Okay.
I lost my D20.
It's gone forever. You say 11?
Yes, I did.
You're doing great.
I am. It has to do with
I don't even
knowledge,
know.
not warfare or.
Look, I'm the brains, you're the brawn. That's
Exactly.
how this works.
Okay, Bardic knowledge. We'll start
Yes,
there.
it
I'll
is.
get back to you, Philip. What'd you get?
It's a nat 20.
You're a son of a bitch.
He stole your nat 20s.
All right.
That's where it is.
This-
it just
this
needs
has
to
been-
pass around the table.
This has been the most nat
Oh,
20s
found it.
we've rolled in a game, hands down.
Right?
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Wait till combat
Yeah.
starts.
I'm just saying they're gonna get ones
Shut
and
up.
everyone's gonna die.
2, 3.
All right,
Don't put that shit out there.
Bardic knowledge.
That was a 12. Not much on them.
Right. This group is driven by what they seem to have or believe is a forbidden knowledge for the ability to control the actual active volcano that Emberfell is built into the side of. They carry...
They think that they can control John Sierre.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only do they believe that they can control the volcano, with a 12, they see the princess as the conduit to that volcano.
Oh, goody.
Okay,
Great.
underworld lore. Natural 20.
Fuckers.
The choir is fractured between the Ashen Traditionalist, I hope you're taking notes,
He is.
Somebody
and the
is.
Molten Heretics.
Ashen what?
Ashen Traditionalist.
Okay, thank you.
And the Molten Heretics.
Yeah.
The Traditionalists adhere to strict ancient rituals. The Molten Heretics are willing to try anything and at all cost to try and get the power from that volcano. Society. They dress
they have
in
long
dark
hair.
ash-stained robes. They wear obsidian mask etched with a cryptic symbol. They carry ornately carved staffs channeling their volcanic magic, and their eyes glow red when they have the mask on.
So, society, we get what they wear and use, yes?
Yep.
All right. What can the staves do? Do I know that with 21?
You've not seen them fight, as they're kind of the I don't want to say less prevalent, but they're the group that you have the least information on, and they're not as widely seen or used. But if you were a betting woman, I bet they would probably do fire damage. And probably lots of it. Daughters of the Burning Sun.
Not nearly as good. Only a 12.
Only a 12.
Let's go back to this one for a second.
Whew.
Nope. That's 10.
Bardic 15.
Okay.
Lower mercenary, 24.
Hey!
I got one.
Hey!
I got one.
Somebody had to stand in for me this round.
Here we go. Lore Mercenary. This is a warrior cult of all women who revere the sun as a symbol of feminine power and renewal. They see the Cinder Cartel as a means to forge a new society free from the shackles of traditional Emberfell and fueled by solar empowerment. This is the warrior side of the Cinder Cartel.
Of course, that's the one I get.
Yeah.
How fitting.
Fitting.
Society. What's our highest society roll?
Oh my god, 14.
You got a 12, right? Or
10.
10? Ooh, 14. Okay. Dressed in lightweight, fire-resistant armor and wielding curved blades they call sunstone blades. They exude an aura of strength and unwavering resolve, and their bodies bear intricate sun-shaped tattoos all over them. And you got what?
12.
You have no idea. And you got a 10? You have no
I
idea.
got nothing.
Okay.
And Bardic. 15.
Bardic knowledge for what?
15.
15. Let's see. Driven by a desire for equality and a rejection of the patriarchal structure, they seek to use the princess as a figurehead to rally women within the Cinder Cartel to establish a matriarchal society empowered by the sun.
Now, are these all humanoid people that we know of?
Yep, that you know of.
Right. So, in other words, they all bleed red.
Pretty much.
Well, they all bleed something. Not all blood is red, sister. But close enough. I understand what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you are approaching, you see a garrison of wood crates and probably sandbags and things set out in front of what looks to be a stone archway that leads to, it's just the archway left.
Oh.
That
All
leads
gate, no
to
fence.
what probably at one point in time was the center door of maybe a castle or a rampart or something else. And then to the left is where the tower sits. So the road goes through the arch, but the tower sits to your left, off to one side.
Of course, while sharing that information, yes, I'll
Yeah.
tell you guys
Yeah,
stories
that's-
about them, and
Yeah, we're
that way we all
on the
have
way
it.
No, we travel silently. We're not.
No. Gonna share
No,
it
for
all.
once this party actually,
So, from what it sounds like, they all want to use this princess.
in some fashion.
Yes.
They'll have a different way of getting there, but it's all through her somehow.
All right. Well,
And now we are opposing.
She's
them.
in danger.
so we're not going to continue on the
She's
road,
in
right? We're
danger
going
with
to the
us,
tower.
too.
We're going
Yes.
to the tower.
She's not
Yes.
in danger from us.
So do you go through the archway or do you try to go around the archway? What are you doing
Okay.
as you approach?
I go towards the tower.
Okay, so you veer left before the archway. Okay. So as you veer left toward the archway, the obviously the pathway gets more narrow as less traveled area. You get kind of a narrower walkway approaching the tower. But as you approach, you hear almost like a church bell, boom. And then you hear the sounds of pitter-patters of feet inside this stone-worked tower, and you start seeing humanoid figures at the top of the tower and heads kind of appearing in all of the windows of this tower as you approach.
Oh, look, they're waiting for us.
That's never good.
Hey, Philip. Maybe you should hide.
And yep. As she says that, nope. I'm just gonna hide behind your leg.
Roll me a stealth check.
No, I meant like hide.
Oh.
We're women. Most of us are women. You're not.
Son of a bitch! I just realized that.
You just realized you weren't a woman?
Yes, it's been a very confusing time.
What kind of bard are you?
I'm not a bard.
Oh yeah.
What kind of god are you?
Uh-oh.
With
confused
a
one.
16 stealth.
Okay.
Untrained, that's pure dice.
Okay. So you kind of just duck behind Inferna and then slide down the back and kind of go behind the cart and try to kind of position yourself in a place where you're out of sight.
Yes.
As you guys approach within, do you just keep rolling or do you come to a place and stop as you approach?
Keep rolling.
Okay.
I was say,
We're on
I'm
As you,
going.
as you get up to probably 80 feet, maybe 60 feet from the door,
I'm hiding
you
under
hear
the
a
door.
large sound from in the door as the what you would presume to be a large wooden beam. You can't tell if it's opening or closing. You just hear the beam slamming in to the other side as it's being moved. And then as you continue to move, you hear the sounds of chains going through eyelets as the door is being pulled apart and opened. Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Are we being welcomed in?
Standing with her arms crossed and a black looking crown on her head is a woman with blonde hair in her probably late teens in a dress that is black with a sun emblem on her chest.
Oh, is this our princess?
She stands and the little crown is kind of half kiltered on the side.
Yep.
And she stands,
Is that her?
doesn't say a word, and she just looks at you.
Is that her? Is that the one we're looking for?
Do you know what she looks like?
I was supposed to know what she looks like.
You have a physical description from her handler of blonde hair, young girl, vibrant, full of life.
Not the cocky ass hat that's in front of us.
I mean,
Could be.
could be.
Could be.
be.
I mean, teenager.
Exactly.
Oh man.
She raises her hand, and a gentleman walks out with a robe and robes.
What color robes?
They're black. And he says, he's got a big mask on and his eyes are red. And he's got a staff. And he says, "Oh, travelers, what business do you have in the waste? Seems strange place to be."
We come here.
"Oh." And he turns and looks at the girl. And she kind of half smiles and with a little smirk on her face. And a little petite voice says, "My parents sent you, didn't they?"
Oh, of course they did, but this sounds like more fun. I've heard of your cartel. I'd like to hear your take on it. I've heard of your different factions within, and I'd like to see what you're doing with it.
What I'm doing?
Yes, what you're doing with it. Besides just ruling it, dear.
What else do I need to do? They handle everything else. And she kind of crosses her arms, and all of the gentleman just kind of stands and looks like he's completely satisfied with her answer.
No motivation.
So, you don't have a goal for them?
Oh, I have plenty of goals. They also have their own goals.
Well, of course they do. I'm not worried about their goals. I'm looking at yours. That's what we're here for.
And she kind of sizes you up. Her eyes kind of look you down to your feet and then up to your flaming red hair, and she says, "What are your goals?"
How about we have some tea and talk about it?
Come on in.
Not making myself intimidating at all, being nice and friendly, diplomatic and everything.
Okay. She's invited you in.
I don't know if I
Absolutely.
can be like that.
No, it's fine.
Pretty sure I can only be intimidating.
Just
I don't know
my
how much
sister's
longer I can hold
RBF,
the
okay?
underside of this wagon.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure you're okay.
Besides, as long as there's cookies, my friend Meg here will love it.
How about
So,
you stay hidden?
as you go in,
Sneak
the
around.
light in this area greatly diminishes as you enter the inside of this tower. The tower itself, you have the door that you walked in. Immediately to your right is a set of a spiraling staircase that runs up what you would imagine to be the entirety of the outside of the tower to the top. There is one room on the base floor of this tower that you can walk into in the middle of the tower. It is a circular room with a circular table, and the princess is walking to go sit at this table.
Following her.
Oh, do you want your tea warm?
How do you like it?
However I want it.
I personally prefer it warm with some sweetness to it.
And she doesn't particularly care to ask the rest of you. There is someone that will come around and get what you want. She will offer you tea, water. If you want some kind of alcoholic drink, they have a very rudimentary distilled down alcoholic beverage. It is not good by any means, but it does the job.
But it'll get you there.
Turby drinks them in double handfuls. That's kind of what we're, talking about here. And she says, "So, how is Mommy and Daddy?"
I'll be honest, they didn't seem very distraught.
Why would they?
Well, from what I understand of parents, they should be upset that you're not there, but they just want you back. Seems a bit odd to me.
I mean, I did run away.
I mean, what I'm saying is it seems uncaring. Distant, cold.
The crown will do that to you, baby. The crown will do that to you.
Well, you're wearing a crown and you don't seem so distant or so uncaring.
She literally looks at you in the face and says, "And you act like I care about you."
No, but at least you're courteous.
Oh. There's a difference between enjoying a little bit of company and not killing you on sight.
Maybe we weren't talking about us. Maybe by caring, she means about your people. You do care about your people, don't you?
My people care about me. Of course I care about them.
Exactly. Well spoken, Meg.
And she sizes you up, and you feel her glare kind of look at you from your feet to your hair.
I just stare back.
So what's the plan here? Am I going to be arrested and put in manacles and drugged back home? Or are we, what are we doing?
As I said, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to find out about you and what you want and what you're doing.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Of course not. You've got all of this.
I have way more than this.
I'm sure not all three factions of your Cinder Cartel stay here.
Of course not.
So, as I said, I would like to get to know you. So, what are your goals? And shouldn't we be helping you instead of taking you back to your parents?
I mean, you're more than welcome to join any of my factions. I'm sure they would have plenty of space for you.
Sure they would. But which one would I join?
Oh, that's up to you.
Where do you think I'd fit in?
Well, you don't seem like you are the type that follows orders very well.
It depends on the order. And who it's coming from, of course.
Right. And she kind of leans and looks at your sister and says, "I know exactly where she would go."
Oh, absolutely. she would definitely make a fine entry into the Daughters of the Burning Sun.
They would indeed. She would indeed. And she looks at Marie and says, she's interesting, but I bet she would fit there too.
Possibly. Then again, I mean, technically, I could possibly fit in there, but
she kind of studies Meg and she goes, she's interesting. But I imagine that all of you ladies would like to stick together. I bet she would be fine there too. And then someone comes into the room and is wearing a golden robe. Walks in and has a gold style kind of mask on. Now you've kind of realized that the only face that you can see in this entire faction is the princess.
Mm-hmm.
And this figure in a robe with a mask comes in, leans down, whispers something to the princess, and she kind of goes from like resting her arms on the table to she sits straight up in her chair and she goes, ah. And in that moment, Philip is drug into the room.
Shit.
And she says, and what are we doing here?
that's Philip.
He's our emotional support gnome.
I mean, he really does provide some really good food.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's our cook.
You should try his food. It's actually...
Where did he go? Why are they bringing him in here? Was he doing something wrong?
He was poking around and hiding outside.
Oh. I'm not sure why.
He's intimidated by gorgeous princesses. That's what it is.
Probably.
Do you take me for an idiot?
Absolutely not.
Then why do you lie to me?
Who says I was lying?
I say you're lying.
It's what you think, but you don't know me very well.
I don't need to know you. I can tell in your body language that you're lying to me. What intention does your cook? And she looks at you. What is his intention sneaking around outside of my...
Ask him. I'm not sure.
I don't have to ask him. He's
Okay.
your cook, correct?
Philip, why were you sneaking around outside?
Because we're going into a town filled with nothing but murdery women, and I'm a guy, and I
he
didn't
was
want
scared.
to get killed.
She quickly looks around the room where it's not just murdering
Oh,
women.
I know. He had stories and apparently got scared.
Heard stories.
Nothing was
Well,
meant
this,
by it.
and she kind of quips her conversation and she says, well, this isn't a very good way to start on the appropriate foot for wanting to be one of my daughters. Now, is it?
I would like her diplomacy as I've been talking
Sure.
with her. Look, it's not
Interesting.
a very good start, but it also doesn't hurt either if you think about it. We could be something special in your group. It's a 23 on diplomacy. We could be something specifically for you. As you said, she would fit in with daughters, she would fit in possibly with daughters. I might fit in with the daughters. But we're not exactly cookie cutter, are we? We might be something specific for you.
And she listens to your conversation and she looks and she says, then where do we put him?
Oh, he'd still be the cook, of course. He's good at it.
Pull out a maple bar.
She
I'm not telling the princess that.
She takes it and she smells it and she says, it smells delightful. You made these? Mm-hmm. She pinches off a corner and hands it up. One of the guys walk over and grabs it, takes a piece of it and eats it. She waits about 15-20 seconds, and then she pulls a piece of it off and she takes a bite.
I don't know if you know this or not, but Philip's giving her the puppy dog eyes.
She says, well, I might have a task that you can do to prove yourself to me then.
You're
All
fucked.
right.
It won't be easy.
Neither was cooking.
I am all ears.
Bring me my father's visor.
Oh shit.
Sounds good.
Do that and we'll continue our conversation as to how special you can be to me. And she kind of glances around the room and she says, but for now, enjoy your tea. I have things to tend to. And with that,
Of course, Your Majesty.
we're going to go to break as you are left in a room in a tower at a table with some tea. And the princess is excusing herself from the room. And we'll be back to pick up to see where Sizwick and friends end up. And welcome back. So, real quickly before we pick back up with them in the room with the princess, once again, anywhere that you get your podcast from, you can search for Soul Severed as we are starting to filter into that media. We are currently not on Apple Podcasts. We are in the middle of trying to figure out a technical issue we have going on with them. But everywhere else you get your podcast from, you can search for Soul Severed and pick up from In Order and get caught back up with the Soul Severed campaign. And yes, we will be putting Psychic Promise on there as we get further along through the Soul Severed release, and you'll be able to catch up on that. So, we're all back. You're in the room with the tea, and the princess was excusing herself from the room after giving you a quest to go back to Emberfell and get the visor from her father.
All right. Guess we'll finish our tea and go on our quest.
Okay,
I do whatever they do.
so what do they do?
Finishing my tea,
Okay,
enjoying it, and if she... Is there any... Are there crumpets? Are there biscuits?
Nope.
No cookies or anything like that?
no, you said like some tea.
Right, we had tea with the princess, and now we are going to have to go off.
So as you guys stand, the figure that was dressed in black with the black mask and the red eyes and the staff kind of walks with you back to the door.
Thank you.
Hurry
All right.
back now.
Of course.
And then he stands at the doorway until you get about 20 feet from the door, and then the door is chained, pulls back shut, and the log.
We will retrieve our cart and head on our way. And sure to be a fun trip back. So we'll get going.
Boy.
Okay.
A good distance away. Sister, are we being followed?
What?
Are we being followed? Not very good at looking for that kind of thing myself, so...
I turn around.
Hold on.
Nope, looks clear.
What do you got there?
Hey, anyone following us? Did you roll a 1?
What is your passive perception there?
17.
Okay. You don't see anybody.
Actively looking.
Okay. Actively going to search. Roll perception.
Actively looking around. 15.
You don't see anyone either.
So, how do you think we can get the spies there?
You want to do it the old-fashioned way?
Ask him?
No, I meant have my sister seduce him.
Oh, okay.
I could try, but I don't think he comes out of that armor very easily. It helps
Are you
him
telling
sit
me
up.
that you're losing your touch?
No, not at all.
Meg,
but
make me a perception check.
I'm saying I don't think he's going to come out of that armor very easily, meaning it
13.
may not
13?
work.
Okay.
Okay.
Seduce harder.
I mean, you would think a
Seduce
king
her.
would have more than one daughter.
What'd you
We
say?
don't know.
You would think a king would have more than one daughter. No, she's an only child. Remember?
that we know of.
I was telling you about it. Yeah, that we know of, but...
Right, kings have illegitimate children all the time.
They do, but
King's prerogative.
then again, if they can't get out of a suit of armor to make those children, then how are they going to have illegitimate ones? Do I know if he can get out of that armor?
Roll me bardic knowledge on King Corvus.
Not very good. It's only an 11.
How old is your character?
What are we? Early 20s?
So,
Isn't that what we are?
in all the stories that you have come across
19?
or have
Oh,
heard about, huh?
We're about 19, I guess.
Okay, all the stories that you've come across or heard about, no one has seen him outside of the armor.
Maybe that daughter isn't even his daughter. Because nobody's ever seen him outside of his armor. Perhaps the only time he gets out of it is to be with his queen.
Obviously, that's not very often either.
That poor queen.
So,
Priorities.
Here's another thing. What if he's a puppet?
it's possible too. If he's a puppet, he's a puppet. All the easier to take the visor.
Sure.
Sure.
If you say
I'm
so.
pretty sure the queen rules things anyway. The way she speaks and does things.
So have you decided
Decided what?
which one goes on the tree?
No?
On which tree?
No. But we needed to go back to the city anyway. To get her.
Where are these trees?
Who knows? We'll figure that out once we have them.
Okay. I'm going to take a book out of a professional seer that I know, and we are going to jump to you arriving back at Emberfell.
Alright.
As you approach Emberfell through the Phoenix Gate, the light is behind you, resting on this gate. And as you approach, looking onto the city, the archway of this gate looks emblazoned in red as the amber sky light is lighting up the worked stone of this gate, which may be why they call it the Phoenix Gate, because it looks like fire. And there is a bird adorned at the top, so it looks like said bird is rising from the ashes of this gate. As you approach, you are unsure exactly how long you've been gone.
That's true.
And you see black armored guards standing at the gate. and there's a long line of people trying to get in. And there is the customary noise of the road and the travels and like the marketplace kind of noise with people waiting. Some people are kind of jeering and shouting at the guard.
Right. There's a long line, and I'm sure we're going to have to join it, so we might as well ask someone. Normally it's open, correct? When we were here.
As far as you know, and as long as you can remember, the west gate has always remained open.
So why is the gate closed? Whoever's in front of us.
Well, I don't know. We've just been traveling here, and the gate's been closed for days.
Days? How long have you been waiting?
4 days.
4 days.
And then up the way, you hear people who have eavesdropped on your conversation. We've been here 7. We've been here a week and a half.
Week and a half.
And as you kind of listen, you start hearing, "Open up the gate! Open up the gate!"
I don't think we were gone a week and a half.
Oh, it's gonna sound very weird, sir. We were in the Ash Wastelands. What's today's date?
Oh. Why, it's the 24th of July. I don't know. We don't have a way of recording said dates.
Is it still the same season that we left in?
Yes.
Okay. What phase of the moon is tonight, do you know?
And someone up the way says, "Oh, it's the new moon."
What moon did we leave on? Because that is usually how we keep track.
Probably just before the full moon.
So we have been gone.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Aren't there 3 moons?
There
There
sure
are
is.
Which moon?
Usually people go by the white moon.
That's right.
So does he look like someone that's going to go by the red or the black?
You can't really tell from the distance that he's shouted, but
Most people go by the white, so we'll assume.
okay.
A month.
Ooh, looks like July.
We got Schwest in July.
We're heading west to July.
West, Schweigers. Well, I mean, there's 12 cycles of the white moon in 1 year, so surely we haven't missed 2 full cycles.
What's the next holiday coming up?
Who are you asking?
She's yelling back up to the moon
Anyone.
phase guy. She's having a conversation.
Here, go
across the
talk to
crowd.
him, sister.
Well, Harvest Fest.
I'm small. Send me back and forth across the crowd. I'll talk to the people.
Toss you.
Harvest Fest
Crowd
is the next festival.
Harvest Fest.
So we're probably close to fall.
Getting there.
So it sounds like late September.
So we've lost a month,
At least.
an entire cycle. And it only seemed like we were gone for 4, 5 days.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Or not.
Could be
You see
Ash.
some of the crowd starting to get a little motivated to try to get in. You see a tomato
All right.
fly toward
let's-
the guards.
Let's
it
go
splats.
back a little. See if we can figure out something else.
You hear a guard.
Go
Hey,
talk to the guard.
you there!
Let's not.
Arrest him! And you see other men in black armor, visors, kind of black looking, like whole black armor, come out, grab whoever this guy was that threw the tomato, and drag him into the city, and the gate will close behind him.
I don't want to get arrested to
When
go
we
in.
left, the guards were in not black.
No. They weren't.
That's a bad sign.
You think?
Okay,
There's got to be another way in.
we're hemming, we're hawing. I walked straight up to the guard.
I said no, no.
Hey, get back! There's a line for a reason.
I have a question, that's all. What's going on? Why are the gates closed?
Because we've ordered them shut.
Why?
That's none of your business. Back to the line.
Do you have another orange?
No,
I wish
don't
I
throw
did.
it. All right, look. There's got to be
I'm a
another way in.
citizen of this city.
What do I know about other ways in?
I don't care.
Okay.
All right, I'm about to pull out my gun.
Is
in a
there
second.
any? Are there any entrances as far as tunnels, secret entrances, things that people have talked about, rumored, any of that?
I mean, the city isn't necessarily surrounded by a wall. Like, you could go off into the woods and come in the, like, presumably, like, when you left, the city was not walled off.
All right,
Well,
let's
do
go
that.
this way. Let's go see if they've built a wall.
I'm all for a nature walk.
Okay.
See if they built a wall.
So as you kind of veer off the left, you hear one of the guards go, "Hey! Where are you going?
Ah, shit.
Get in the line!
Not here because the gates are closed. We'll go somewhere else.
You're damn
It's
right
fine.
they're closed and you're not getting in!"
Right, we'll go somewhere else. It's fine.
Bye!
Continuing on. Out. Here we go.
Okay, so you all take a left and you start through the woods.
Well, we're gonna go down the road a little bit. and
Okay,
then
so you back up down the road and you kind
out of sight of the guards.
Okay,
Make a right at Albuquerque.
so you make a right
a
out of
left.
Albuquerque and you start through the forest. Are you close enough to be able to see into the city, or have you backed up far enough that there's no way to see in or out of the woods that you're in?
We just don't want the guards seeing us go off road.
Correct, but if you can see in, they can see
You
out.
can see.
Oh, we just need to go down a little bit. We don't need to take the cart, really. Go figure out a way in
I
yet.
don't even know where we got the cart.
I don't know either. Where did we get the cart?
It was Sonia's cart.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a loner.
So we can let it stay here for the moment and just take what we need and go in, come back out once we have what we need.
Where are we leaving it?
Just on the road.
Side of the road.
Into the brush you go with more bugs.
Let's do it.
Okay, so how far around do you walk?
We're going to go. I mean, if there was no wall, then we can just get a little ways away from the west gate and
Okay,
make our way in.
so you walk
Possibly.
200, 300 feet
Sure.
and then turn toward the city.
Turn left.
Placing some a cloth over my bright hair
Oh,
Okay,
scarf and
who's
give one to my sister. Never mind. Come here.
Who's leading
Cover her
this?
hair.
The sisters,
okay?
I guess.
usual.
I need one of you or both of you to roll perception checks.
Oh, that's my best one today. 18.
ooh.
25.
Okay,
Of course, she's got it higher.
Of course.
Thing is,
as-
we have the same perception.
as you
I'm pretty
approach,
sure.
there is a stone, smooth, black wall that runs in front of you.
All right.
Roll me someone, don't care who. Roll me an intelligence check.
Natural 20.
There you go.
There it is.
I've taken the 20s now.
It would have taken years to build this wall.
This is obviously got to be magic. Magically built to something because this would have taken way too long.
How tall is this wall?
About 8 foot.
The
How
god
real
is in black
scale
armor. We
this.
now have a.
How real is this wall?
Do you go up and touch it?
Absolutely.
Okay. You walk up and you lay your hand on it, and it's cold, smooth, worked, polished
Nope, that's a real wall.
stone.
I don't know how they did it.
Upsies?
Oh shit.
You knew
You
it was
going
coming.
upsies?
I'm going upsies. I just
Okay.
hear the.
Athletics check. Athletics check from you as well.
Throwing the toddler-sized
19.
man over the wall. All right.
12.
12. Upsies, whoop! And you go up and you catch the lip of the wall and you pull yourself up. And as you pull yourself up and you look, you see what looks to be to you the inside of Emberfell. The walkways are the same black stone. The houses aren't there. You see worked stone buildings that have been built inside where there were wooden homes before. And as you look and you peer into what used to be the center part of the city with the giant sundial, you see the giant sundial with the cornerstone piece missing. And as you're peering over, a guard looks and says, "Hey, you!" and points, and you drop.
I drop.
That was bullshit.
That was perfect.
I love it. I
That
love
was
it.
perfect.
I catch it.
You even made him snort. It was so perfect. That was a great sound effect of a watch.
We have a much bigger problem. The entire city's been rebuilt.
With the 17, did I hear the guard say,
Yep.
"Hey, you, we have a bigger problem. We need to move. You've got seen. Come on."
You hear the sound of a ladder being placed.
Oh.
Clunk.
Nope,
on the
it's time to
sidewalk.
go.
Oh no.
Shit. We gotta run.
They're over there. I saw them. It's a little. It looks like a little boy or something.
You look like a baby.
Into the woods, hiding.
Yeah, that's it. Philip, roll me a perception check.
Nope.
Hit him again.
I'm still dazed from the fall.
Okay.
That's a nat 1.
Great.
I caught you.
You have no idea.
Into the woods. And
Into the woods.
Hiding.
8 feet's a long way to fall for me.
That's true. When
She
you're only like
got
2.
you.
All right.
It's still scary.
So you disappear off into the woods,
Trying to.
and do you move back toward the road, or you go deeper into the walled side of the city?
Woods.
I said go deep or see how far
Yes.
around it goes.
We're gonna continue around.
Book it around the.
Philip,
Yes.
does the 31 hit you?
Yeah.
Is that a crit?
No.
Okay. Meg, I need you to make a perception check.
I don't know.
Can you catch arrows? Because I feel like I'm gonna need it.
Oh no.
No. That you just knock them out of the
24.
air.
Huh?
I get shot.
24.
24. You hear a very distinctive sound. Zzz, bang! As a gun fires
Can't stop
into
that.
the silence as you guys are moving through the forest.
Oh, great.
Just like that. Philip, you take 9 points of damage, 2 points of acid, as this arcane slug slams into your back and then explodes, and acid splashes all up onto your back as you're running through the woods. And as quickly as that cracking sound hits, you hear bang! 33.
That one is a crit.
Dang.
I'm gonna take half.
This one you will take 15 from the bullet alone. And you will take 4 void damage as this arcane slug slams into your back and explodes into this necrotic purple energy that just latches onto the life force of your body. And as you run, you just kind of feel it kind of tearing at your muscles as you're trying to move. And you hear a woman's voice. Keep running and I'll kill all of you. And you hear Meg. Zzz. I need initiatives.
I stop.
Right, fine. We'll do it the hard way.
Apparently. Back to rolling low for that. You know what? We're going to use the new dice, Jill. You're going in there.
Were you fighting sheep?
Apparently.
Apparently they're there.
Yeah, we have sheep. They're right over there. Maybe we can take cover behind them.
Here, hold on. You bitch about my music choice.
Well, no, we just had sheep. Didn't hear music. I heard
It
sheep.
was coming. It was building.
Oh, okay. I just didn't realize that, music had sheep in front of it.
All right, fine. How about this?
Okay.
That sounds good, Overwatch.
I need initiative totals. Someone stole my pencil out of my box.
Do you need one?
I do. Actually, no, I don't.
That might have been.
Do what?
That might have been.
That would make sense.
You might have to speak up because of the ass whooping that's about to happen. Y'all gonna bring on these innocent.
Innocent. They shot us first.
The innocent sheep?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. You're gonna kick the asses of
Okay.
sheep.
Let's do 25 to 20.
27.
Nope. All right. 27. And Ferna, write down the order for me.
I am.
There's a pen right there on the table.
I'm not getting up to get that. All right. So Philip is 27. 20 to 25. Oh boy, here we go. 15 to 20.
15.
That can go too.
You can throw it. So, Philip? Inferno?
Huh?
10 to 15.
Oh, 10.
12.
12s. Who's got the higher decks?
4.
Same 4.
Okay, you guys are going together.
Okay.
Makes sense.
The M's go together.
They do.
M&M's.
Oh, there's still some over there.
No, I ate them all.
Okay. Philip, you are up. You have 2 arcane slugs that are slammed into your back.
Philip is going to take cover and reassess what the hell's going on.
Okay, so what you see in front of you is you have an array of trees that you're moving through. Mm-hmm. You guys are moving away from the gunfire.
Okay.
You got shot in the back
Yeah.
as you were walking through, moving through, away from where the guards were. You can also tell where the ladder was being placed up on the wall. The gunfire did not come from where the ladder was coming up onto the wall.
Okay, so yeah, I will take an action. Will 20 feet get me behind a tree, away from them?
20 feet will absolutely get you behind a tree.
Okay, I will use an action to get behind a tree, and I will hold action and assess from there, see what everybody else does.
Okay, Philip, you are behind a tree. All right, Inferno.
Turn around and face whoever the crap is talking.
Okay, you turn around. Make me a perception check. 26. You see a woman, female figure, peering over a stone-worked, like, ridge. She's kind of got herself in cover, and she's got two, looks like handgun type things pointed over the edge of the rocks at you. She laughs and just kind of smiles at you. Is that all you do?
What do you want?
She doesn't reply to you.
How far is she?
By 90 feet.
I'm gonna use my last two actions to move
Towards her?
towards her and take cover behind the tree that I can get to.
So you can get to the furthest tree, which is here, which is not worth your 2 movement, or you can get to this bush.
Yes,
Okay.
that works for me.
Okay. All right.
Oh my.
She smiles. And she kind of looks through the woods there. She kind of looks at you and looks kind of at your sister with the red hair.
It's covered.
Yes, I understand that.
Probably not very well.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Does a 26 hit you?
It
Says-
does.
You hear the emphatic shot of a pistol. Bang!
Did it come from her?
Yep. You're going to take minimum damage from the pistol. So that's 5. And you will take 5 acid as the arcane slug slams into your back and explodes all over your back. And she kind of raises a little smile and looks at Inferna, and she says, I can do this all day. And I don't need to shoot you to kill you. And she levels another shot. $27.
Of the 26 hit.
You take 7 from the bullet. And you take 4 void / necrotic damage as an arcane slug slams into your back, and you feel this ungodly, like, decaying energy just seep into your body through the wound. Meg.
I think, well, everybody's taunting her and she's taunting back. I'm gonna slip behind a tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide my coat off because it's bright red and I want to not be seen.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna load both my guns.
Sounds good. Is that all you're doing? Move, take coat off, load both guns.
I'm gonna kind of edge around the tree and see if I can get a good shot of her.
Yeah, you can see her if you want to take a shot at her.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a shot.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, what's your to hit on your weapon?
Oh, 17.
17. You will shoot, and it will miss wide as the bolt slams into the rock face that she's kind of crouched down next to. Marie.
I stealth
Okay.
and move forward
Okay. What's your movement speed?
30. I gotta move forward more.
Huh?
I gotta go forward more.
to try and hide behind these bushes with Inferno?
Sure.
Okay. So,
Is that going to be all my actions?
stealth is 1. Move is 1. So you got 1 left.
How far away is she?
About 40 feet.
Well, there's nothing I can do. That's
Okay.
it for now.
Good old Siswick.
How far is this woman away from me?
About 100-ish feet.
All right. I definitely need to take some cover.
Okay.
Where is Philip?
Philip is immediately as you're facing away from the woman. He's to your left. If you're going to turn around, he's going to be to your right at this tree that's just right here, like right next to him.
I want to take cover closer to her,
Okay.
but still within 15 feet of Philip.
You can take cover at the same tree that Meg is at.
All right.
So Meg, Siswick slides down at the same tree that you guys are at, kind of positioning herself using the same tree as cover from this crazy woman.
Okay.
So, what you doing there, Siswick?
Making myself harder for her to hit, at least, and then healing myself and Philip.
Okay.
As I put a hand out toward him, feel the warmth, Philip. You see this flame shoot out from me. It encircles both of us.
Like a fire sound, you say?
Yes. And that is... No, I don't need that. I need this. That's going to be... Take back 8, please. That's what it'll be.
Yes, mate.
All right.
Is that all for you, Siswick?
Yes, that takes all my
Philip.
actions.
Yes.
It's your turn. We're at the top of the order. That's you.
Well,
Yes.
So she came back to me. How far would they be now? Or she went up to...
I went
She's
close
about-
to her, but stayed within 15
Yeah,
feet
she's
of you.
she's
Okay.
15 feet in front of you.
I'll try to go up with them,
Okay.
get closer.
With Siswick and Meg.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will return the favor and cast Heroism on Siswick.
Okay.
Gives you +1 to attack, perception, saving throws, and skill checks.
So,
Siswick.
+1 to everything.
Siswick is heroized. Okay. Let's see. Inferna and Marie, I need you to make a perception check, please, as we get to the beginning here.
24.
10.
10. You, being on the far side of that shrub, so I'm not going to say bush, but being on the far side of that shrub, you don't see it. But Inferno, you see a very opulently glowing stone or figure or something in her backpack that she has on. As she is kind of moving and shooting, you see something glowing out of her backpack.
I don't care. I don't like her.
Okay, great.
Fantastic.
Super great.
It's my turn.
Inferno, it's your turn.
How far would you say I am from her?
You are 35 feet away. Because Marie is 40.
I am
hold
going to
up to...
rage.
Sorry. You're going to what?
Rage.
Okay.
Not only is it rage, it is draconic rage,
Rawr.
which means all of my attacks take on fire.
Sounds great.
And I am going to,
Somebody shot his
Sudden
sister.
charge.
Gonna piss her off.
and I will be moving twice. And since I'm ending within melee range,
Yep.
I can attack.
Do it.
Boom.
7 charge.
Must have been a lot going on because that did not work.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 15.
15. As your axe comes screaming down at this chick, it slices through what would be her arm and her shoulder area, and for just the briefest of moments, she kind of shimmers and fades out of existence, and it's like her whole existence shifts to the right. And she looks at you and she kind of smiles and she said, cute.
It's okay, I have something for that too.
I bet you don't.
I bet I do.
Well, next, what you got? Or are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
That was all my actions.
It is her turn. She will kind of raise a smile or a little smirk at Inferna, and Marie does a 30 hit you.
That's crit.
Huh? That's crit?
Ugh.
Oh my.
Why are they shooting? Why is she shooting on me?
You take 22 from the bullet,
Do you not have an
Jesus.
attack of opportunity system?
and you take
Or do you not have that?
6 as an arcane slug from a shadowy figure
Shadowy figure.
that looks exactly like she does, kind of apparates. From when she shifts, this ghostly apparition of her appears, and the two guns come up. Bam! And then
Is that a spell where she shifts? I do have recognized spell.
it is not a spell.
Alright. Figured I had.
And then the ghostly apparition becomes very, very real
Oh,
and
she fell over, she's dead. We won.
very real and very fleshy, and the apparition appears where Inferna is standing.
Does everybody see the stone? Or know it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, she saw it because she was standing that close. As she has moved into the area now, all three of you can make perceptions to see the stone in the back of her backpack.
19?
You see it?
Is it the cornerstone?
You can't really tell quite that, but you can tell it's definitely glowing. Looks important. Looks like work stone.
Oh, we need that. Take it in, perhaps?
Meg, you're up.
Shoot her in the head.
Shoot her!
I would, but if it goes right through her,
Just do it.
Don't know till you try.
I will edge to the next tree, see if I can get even closer without her really seeing me moving.
Roll stealth for me.
$18.
You see she's got those guns trained at Marie, and she will take one of the guns and just go like this and follow you as you approach the tree to let you know that she sees you.
It's rude.
Shoot her in the head.
Shoot her!
Shoot her! She shot me. Shoot her back for me.
So I kind of flip around and I take aim at her real quick from
Yep. Both your
around the
guns are out.
tree.
They're aimed. I mean, they're loaded.
around the tree and I shoot without even just
Roll
taking
it.
a second.
Roll it.
24.
24. You shoot the gun, and interesting. You shoot the gun, and the bullet wedges into what looks like her shoulder, and she aspirates. And you see blood kind of appear on her shoulder, and then the ghostly figure vanishes by where Inferno was and reappears where she was, and you don't see the fleshly figure currently.
Shoot her again. Shoot her again.
Shoot her!
Okay.
Shoot her again.
I'll shoot her again.
Do it.
25.
25. You shoot the ghostly looking figure, and the bullet pierces through the figure, and the figure itself kind of vaporizes and vanishes as it takes damage. And you still don't see the fleshly looking figure on the battlefield.
Good shot.
Marie,
Tried.
you are bleeding profusely
Sure am.
from the slug that slammed into you. You know, based on her previous turns, she should have shot you twice. And she did not
Which
shoot
means
you.
she's still got a bullet ready.
She does indeed.
I mean, there's nothing I can do to go find her without killing myself, so let's just go kill myself.
Hey!
Not. We already had someone do that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If we're gonna go, right?
I'm gonna have to come out anyway.
Okay, where are you going?
What's that rock formation back there?
What is it?
Yes.
A big rock formation?
Just
based
Just
from
some
the side you can
rocks.
see, yes.
I'm gonna go towards that.
Okay. You wanna get like right up on the thing?
Sure.
Just some rocks.
Oh, does that put me up farther?
Huh?
Does that put me up farther? Can I see her?
Roll perception.
26.
26, you say?
I do say.
Como se dice?
You see nothing.
Right. She's not there.
Okay. 26. Though you don't see her figure, as in that you see your friends, you see a silhouette in maybe what you would identify as kind of like a heat wave.
How far away is it?
No, this is not there. I am so sorry. It is.
Look at that, God's moving things again. We've seen that.
That's gonna make this harder.
About 45 feet from where you are.
Dang it.
I mean, you can tell your friends where it is because you can see
Yeah,
it.
I will, but if it was 30 feet, I could do something.
It is. It is actively.
31 feet away.
Right.
It is actively to your left of the tree that Siswick and Philip are hiding behind. So they are on one side of the tree, and she is on like this side of the same tree.
Oh, I point that out immediately. That's all.
Siswick,
Oh, she's on the other side of the tree.
Sure is.
Perfect. She's within 30 feet.
she's definitely within 30
Heat
feet.
metal, her gun.
Okay. Do you have to see it?
30 feet.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm a fucking druid.
One metal item or metal creature.
Oh, just one.
She needs to make a reflex.
Reflex, you say.
Yes.
31.
She's unaffected, but it is persistent. It will stay heated, and she'll have to make another save.
Perfect. You hear the sound. You two will hear the sound of her you assume to be her, spitting. Philip.
I'm not done.
Oh, well,
That was only
far
two.
be it for me.
That was only 2.
What would you like to do?
My last action. Is everybody within 60 feet of me?
No.
I am not.
My
Your sister
is
and
not.
Marie are not.
But bitch is on the other side of the tree, isn't she?
She is indeed.
Sorry. Well, I think we'll I think I'll take my last action to see if I can't hide from her, since I'm on the opposite side of the tree.
Do it.
No.
Okay.
11.
Great. Philip,
Yes.
at the beginning of the round, you feel a hand grab a hold of your shoulder from behind you.
Is it non-sensual?
As you turn, a very warm pistol gun presses to the side of your head. And she goes, "Shh. Come with me." And she will wait, as it's your turn for whatever actions you're going to do.
So we can't see her.
You can, if
fire?
you turn and look, you will see her standing with the pistol leveled at Philip's head. As his head is turned like this, the pistol is like this, and she's standing right behind him with her hand on his shoulder. And
So
you
she's
hear,
holding me.
She is holding you.
That creates a small problem.
You're a monk.
I'm aware I'm a monk.
Get her.
What?
I said get her.
I don't know that I want to get her. She's got this gun planted on my head. I'm more worried about breaking her grip. I can't fight her.
Okay, so what do you do? She said, "Shh, and come with me."
Well, I'm gonna be the little bitch that I am, and I'm gonna not take a bullet to the head.
Okay.
I can't.
She will reach in front of you and scoop her arm up under your arms and lift you up like a shield and press the gun into your head, and she just starts backing up.
Is that her turn?
That, as far as you know, yes, that's her turn.
Persistent damage, please.
Yes, ma'am. How much?
That is. Oh, let me get back to it. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no save versus the heat metal.
Okay.
It's versus the persistent damage.
Okay. So
I owe you 4d6 worth of damage for
Do
her
it.
holding onto her gun.
do it. Philip, make me a perception check.
That is the 6. Okay.
23.
You hear and smell the smell of burning flesh as she is squeezing the
That's
gun
18.
and holding it against your head.
And then the reflex save is against the persistent.
Okay, so she doesn't have the persistent damage.
Well, it stays on there as long as she's holding it, but she's made it the first time.
Okay. But you hear her hand.
It's sizzling.
It's sizzling while she's holding the gun onto your head.
And this is why.
That's a fun image.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how long it can stay hot before it melts.
Her
Do you say that out loud?
The gun.
Do you say it out loud?
Sure.
She says, "Not long enough for me to kill your friend." Philip, you still have technically actions. Are you not using them? Are you surrendering your turn? What are you trying to do? She has you held up in the air, and the gun is pressed on your head. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine. I just want to make sure I'm clear.
I think all I can do is just sit here and take it.
Okay, Inferna.
Can I see him being held?
You sure can.
How far away is that?
About 80-ish feet. That is a very good question, Lord, but it just heats the gun. It doesn't actually melt the barrel shut.
Unfortunately.
But definitely unfortunate.
Unless somebody grabs the barrel and squeezes it really hard.
Really, really hard.
Well, I mean, it's heated metal.
I mean, that's true.
But objects do have hit points and such.
They sure do.
So if
They
we
sure,
attack objects, it's a little different.
sure do.
I can see her with her little gnome shield.
Yep. Make me a perception as you are the...
Gnome shield.
You and Marie need to make me a perception so you are the furthest away from the action, closest to where the guards were.
That's nothing.
Ha, I got a 9.
Oh,
I'm relying on you.
you...
Oh, I see nothing.
Ah,
You guys
I have
all
11.
hear, you two hear, you guys all hear. You hear that shuffling footstep sound. They're loud, they're in armor. You're not gonna not hear them. But the rest of you hear like a guard whistle. Like, you know, we're running this way, this is the whistle, this is where we're running. Exactly. Just like that. At the sound of the whistle, her demeanor gets more anxious.
You could just let us help you.
I could just kill you all and be just fine. As she's still saying this while she's moving.
probably going to regret this, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Okay.
I turn towards the wall
Okay.
where the guards are coming over.
Yep.
I do a 2-action cone of fire dragon's breath.
Okay.
So either they'll run away or she'll run away.
Okay.
Philip, though?
Like,
No, she's
No,
doing
not towards
to the
her.
guards coming over the
Towards
wall
the
behind,
guards.
like behind where she was.
it's a 15-foot cone.
Okay, so you see Inferna turn, and this eruption of fire shoots out of her toward these guards, and you hear, "Hey, what the hell is that? Oh my god! Oh my god!" And you just start hearing the sounds of these guards burning from the fire, and you hear guards at the top of the wall saying that that's Nassandra! That's Nassandra! Get her! Get her! Forget these other rabble! Get her! And you hear the fire and the humanity burning.
I will use my last action to step towards them.
Okay?
To step towards the party.
Okay.
Our party.
Your party?
Yes, I move at 25 feet.
Sounds good. Marie took a tumble off the rock here.
That's rude.
Look, probably the other side.
You bet.
Are you sure we can't help you?
I don't need your help.
I didn't say you did.
I've got what I came for. What have you got? And she's still having the conversation. Meg, you're up.
Okay, the tree I'm at, I'm gonna climb it and
Make me
try
athletic.
to get high enough that she can't see me and maybe try to figure out a way to get Philip away from her.
Sure, make me an athletics check.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So as you go to start climbing this tree, this bark is like one of those old like pine trees. You grab the bark and it's just like pulling off this tree. It's not really that stuck onto the tree, so you can't really grab a hold of anything to grab a hold of.
Okay.
Those are all your guards.
Is there a way to sneak behind her?
You can stealth and try to move if you'd like.
I'll try that. I'll try to move behind her.
Or your stealth.
18.
Okay. It doesn't look like she sees you.
Okay, so how close am I to her?
You are
behind her?
actively like 35 feet away from her right now.
Okay, I want to move closer and sneak up behind her. So I'll roll for stealth again.
The stealth will work.
Okay.
So you just in order to get
stealth
around her,
behind her?
in order to get around her, you would end up either adjacent to her here or behind her here. So you're either going to be on this side or this side of her as she's holding Philip. So you're going to be on this side or this
in
side.
one action.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So
She's close enough that she can move.
see it that action.
Okay,
Put your gun
so-
to her head.
Yeah, can I do that?
You can most assuredly try. You got to grab her. Unless you're just going to put a gun errantly to her head.
I could put one in her head and one against her back, against her spine.
Okay.
Okay?
So you just press the guns to her head and to her back?
Yeah.
You say anything or you just put the guns there?
Yeah, I kind of just leaned towards her. I was like, you know, you're probably better off letting him go, because I'll let you go if you do. And then you could just mind your own business, because obviously these guards want you. They don't want us. So your odds are better off just going away and leaving us alone.
Yeah, Miss Sandra.
Her eyes kind of look at you as you say her name, and Philip, as you are being held, she starts squeezing the trigger of the gun.
No.
And you hear the mechanism in the gun
Turning.
starting to turn the pistol. And she says, I'm serious about killing him. I don't think you're serious about killing me.
You want to
You
bet?
don't know us
be
very
wrong.
well.
Yeah.
I have 2 guns.
Bang! And she shoots.
Bless.
You should shoot you.
You will take 9 points of damage from the pistol shot. And you will take an additional 6 points of acid as this arcane slug explodes into the side of your head. The wound is grievous. If you are not unconscious, the acid effect is starting to seep into the inner part of your skull as she has blown it open, and you can see in your right eye you're starting to lose vision as you can tell that the stuff is seeping into your head.
Do I still have any actions left?
You do not. And so as she pulls the trigger again, Marie, you know, based on all of her actions, she shot twice. So she still has the second shot in her other pistol. She turns and looks you square in the face over your shoulder and says, "See? Coward." And then her body goes shh, and she kind of shimmers and she apparates. And her figure vanishes and it appears on the ridge down the way. And she says, "I'll see you all again.
What is that?
You should
she's
probably
doing?
save him before he dies."
I'll make sure you die next time.
I'll be looking forward to it.
I'm not done with her.
Okay. Marie, you're up.
All I can do is run up to our party.
Okay.
I'm too far away to do anything.
Philip is on the ground. Siswick.
How far is she from me?
The apparated figure is 55 feet away.
Oh.
And that was not a spell she did.
Correct. It is not a spell.
And Philip is down?
Philip is down. He's probably still conscious, but I'm assuming.
Acid is eating away at his head.
Philip's fine, but you get shot in the face. And
All right. Hymn of Healing.
And as Siswick leans down, do you pull out your instrument, or do you just cast the spell with your...
No, you hear humming in your head.
As Siswick leans down and she begins to hum this serene sound of healing, you see the magic kind of seeping out of her body and begins to wrap around Philip. And with that, we are going to end our game here, as Philip is down and possibly dying, and as Siswick is trying to save him, and as Lysandra, with what you presume to be the Sunstone, is escaping into the forest. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on Soul Severed. Soul Severed on Psychic Promise. Again, if you are a fan of audio podcast, go check us out. Look up Soul Severed and you can get caught up with the main campaign. And join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we will bring you the Soul Severed campaign. And the wonderful seer will be there to try and kill me instead of me trying to kill all of her friends. And with that, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
We're going to have to find her and kill her, by the way, sister.
Yes.
I want her
You
to.
think?
If I had
No,
one more action, I could have shot her. But no.
Should have pressed them there and say you're just waiting for her to move and then shoot her.
Should
Shine
have.
the thing out of her backpack.
Oh,
done that, too.
crap. I see him and